Hello, my friends. I have decided to put together this little video to give you a walkthrough my healing technique so that you can see exactly what it is I do when I go through an energetic healing treatment. For any of you that are interested by me walking through this, you have a better idea of what to expect. So my sessions actually, there are two parts to it. There is the verbal part, and then there is the nonverbal part. When someone comes to me for a session, usually they come with a reason. Sometimes they know what that reason is. Sometimes they actually don't know, but something is just not right, and they feel called and pulled to energetic healing to sort of make sense of what is going on. So I really leave, so my sessions actually last between 2.5 and 3 hours. I really like to take my time to really go through the process necessary and let the person in front of me go through what they need to go through without any rush of any sort. So I find it quite complete in what I'm able to offer. So when someone comes to me, the first thing we do, like I said, is we take some time to actually discuss what is the topic, what is arising, and my energy actually. I have a particular vibration that lets truths come up. So often when you're in front of me, things just start surfacing. If you're unable to actually figure out what it is that's surfacing, sometimes my intuition will point out exactly what the topic is or guide you to talk about what it is you really came for. Sometimes there are people who come to me and they'll say it's about one thing, and my spidey sense says, nope, I see it actually being something else. And so we'll really go delve into it to get to the nut of what it is that actual day that needs to be treated. We really take a long time to do this, about an hour. And in this hour, I also ask for you to trust me and to open up and relax. So this is sort of the prep stage for the actual energetic treatment that we do afterwards, which is nonverbal. So as we speak through the verbal part, I will always guide you with different questions that come to me through my intuition to really see and identify what are the points that we need to then work on energetically on the second part of the session. So, for example, if you have a trauma, something happened when you were a child that got stuck in your energetic system, and through talking, we identify that it's still running around in circles and creating creating havoc in your life and just not helping you move on. We'll identify exactly what it is, and we agree at that moment to then treat the topic energetically in the second part of the session. So does that make sense? I hope so. I will keep going. Usually we'll identify around 4 or 5 things that need to be treated. My intuition will keep pushing me. Like, we'll think we're done, and then I'll be like, there's one more thing we need to work on. So finally, when I feel that we've gone through everything and exhausted what needs to work on, we'll then pass to the massage table. And that's where the person will lie down. We'll start off just by actually stretching a little bit. Oops. Stretching a little bit to get our bodies flowing. So that's the first part. Just flowing and relaxing and getting into a state where your vibration is just very relaxed. So then the person will lie down on the massage table, and we will start off with 3 breaths that we take in together. Hold it and then release. 3 times we'll do this. I will turn on a particular music in the background. I will put some lavender oil on my hands, and I will start out channeling from your head to your feet, putting my hands in different positions on your body. I will always ask if you're comfortable if I actually touch you. If you're not comfortable with that, I will hover my hands over certain areas. I have been trained in Reiki, and so therefore I would say technically this comes from my Reiki practice, where I'll go to different areas on the body from head to toe. That's the first part. Okay, we'll be channeling this way for about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. So it starts with the eyes, the ears, the head, and every time I'm on a different part of your body, I'm channeling through so the energy that comes through me comes through my chakra, my crown chakra, goes into my heart, comes out of my arms, and out of my hands. This is how we channel energy, universal energy in Reiki, for example. So I'll be doing that. Now, I actually don't even call Reiki energy anymore. I actually just call an energy, healing energy. So I'm not even certain that it's actually Reiki that I'm doing, but does it really matter? In the beginning of the session, I ask for healing energy appropriate for the person in the amount needed in the spaces, put in the places needed on the person's body. And so I've also cleared out the room and only allow the energy of love and light to enter it, to have a sacred space, to be going into the depths of this soul healing. So then, sorry if I'm bouncing around a little bit, but I think it's comprehensible. When I'm on the different body parts, I receive messages. I get feelings. I'm an empath, which means I'm able to feel the emotions of the other on a very deep level. So what happens is, if you're nervous, I'll feel you're nervous. If you're heavy, I'll feel you're heavy. Just a few examples. Usually what happens is when I start by the head, people are really, everyone is different. Every single person I work with has completely unique energy and way of processing things. So it's super interesting for me. Every single time I meet someone else, it's a totally new experience. So, but usually when I'm by the head, we have a lot of thoughts that clog our minds. And so I'll often feel a lot of cerebral stuff going on. There's also thoughts, false beliefs that we have. I'll feel them in your head as well. But at the same time that I'm feeling it, I'm channeling the energy to work on it. So there we go. Usually when I arrive by the shoulders, this is when people start really relaxing. The shoulders is about responsibility. And when I get my hands on your shoulders, all of a sudden I feel people drop. There's this it's every time. It really doesn't fail me. People just drop. They drop into the treatment even more, because as I'm holding onto their shoulders, it feels like a burden or responsibility is sort of lifted, or they're understood, or something of the sort. All right, so moving on after the shoulders, I channel through the throat. I go through all the chakras. The throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the second chakra, which is the creativity and expression. I think you'll have to go through a chakra explanation to go, otherwise this video is going to get too long. And then the first chakra. Then I continue down the legs, on the thighs, on the knees, on the calves, on the feet. So this part of the session lasts about 20 to 30 minutes. I stay in different areas as long as I feel I need to stay in that area. I just know. I just know these things. I feel it, and I let my intuition guide me in the right places. Then that is the first part where the first part of the second part. So does that make sense? After I do this sort of, Reiki training, channeling from head to toe, I then get into my more shamanistic practices, which I've intuitively started doing on my own. No one really taught me these things. I've followed other mentors and studied people in their practices, and it just feels, I just followed what felt right for me. So the first thing that I do is I take a shaker, and I start the shaker, and I go and walk around the body of the person. Now the shaker, it depends what is called for. Will I do an abrasion as if I'm exfoliating your aura, or will I make a snake sound? Really depends what I feel is appropriate for you. But this is the first start of this sort of second neo-shamanic part. I have discovered that, in fact, I have shamanic transmissions through my family line, actually, that my grandmother was a shaman. She came from Hungary, and Hungary is actually what came from Asian nomadic people where shamanism originated in Siberia and in Mongolia. And so I actually discovered that I have these gifts that were passed along to me. Now, I never followed in traditional shamanic studies, but I just allowed what came naturally to me to use them in my work. And I'm very, very pleased with my technique thus far. So we'll see in time if things change, but I like being the way I am now, and I have extremely wonderful results. So, and I'm explaining to you right now how it goes. So this rattle is the start of this more ancestral work that starts. Okay. After the first rattle, I go on to another tool that I use to actually then wipe the aura around you. So the first rattle was to sort of awaken your soul, exfoliate things around you. And this actually is for, in my opinion, is for negative spirits that actually might cling to your aura around you. So this is why I use this tool, and I'll keep going. There are times where actually I can't even shake that much because the person's aura is really quite clean. And it was super cool because after we did the session, I asked, we have feedback and we exchange. And I said, your aura is super, I couldn't even go and clean your aura. And the person says to me, this happened on 2 occasions. The 2 people said to me, I clean my aura every single day. I'm like, well, I can tell because there wasn't much to clean. And I often also go behind the back because a lot of people will talk negative things behind you, and those energies will stick to your back. So that needs a lot of cleaning as well. So this is the aura cleaning. Then there's another tool that I use. This is another type of shaker, and the shaker really, I feel the energy. This is a deeper one. I don't know if you notice it, but I feel that this one actually goes much deeper in and actually deals with heavier gunk, heavier spirits that are deeper encrusted in there, and I'd ask them to get out, actually. Like I asked them to get out. Very good cleaning tool. All right. After I do all that, then I move on to the drum. My drum is a little dry at the moment, but here's my beloved drum that I ordered from a drum maker in the UK. What is his name again? Crow Ferguson. He's wonderful, and I just saw this what do you call that, symbol in the middle, and it just so spoke to me. Now, so I pick up the drum. Sometimes I'll actually, now mind you, the person is still lying down on the massage table, right? And their eyes are closed, and at this point they're supposed to be pretty deep in their meditative state. And sometimes I'll do this sound. It just feels like the sound of the ocean. The second part of the healing is very sound, a lot of sound therapy. So I'll take the drum, and the beat will come to me according to who's in front of me and what the energy is, of course. So sometimes I'll intensify it or go lower or go directly on the heart. It really depends on what the person needs at that very moment. I've had people needing it on their heart, people needing it on their sacral chakra, which is their sexuality. I have a lot of people who need to clear out things from their sexual region, things that get stuck in there. When we have intercourse, intimate intercourse with other people, we're actually picking up the energies of the people that they have been with. And so I've had a few cases where I actually had to clean out the energies of some women whose partners were cheating on them and leaving a very icky energy in there. So then I'll be with the drum, in that area. So I'll just keep beating according to what I feel. And to top it off, what happened is I started chanting. I start chanting when I'm doing the drumming. So again, the song that comes out is really custom tailored to the person who's in front of me. So let's see. Let's see if something comes out. Let me connect. Just a sample, huh? That was supposed to be a sample, a short one, but I went a little bit further. Guess it was called to doing that. The light is totally in my face right now. How's that going? All right, so when I'm doing this drumming and singing, you're really at your peak at this moment. You're really into your meditative state, and I'm really able to access your soul at this very moment. It's very powerful. And I actually, after I put down the tambour, the drum, um, I will take some time to actually speak to your soul in light language. So I have other videos that explain my light language and give you an idea of what it is, because I can channel it for quite a long time. But I'll give you a sample right now. Gosh, the sun is really putting me very in the spotlight, right? All right, so I'm gonna do a little light language channeling right now. Tanaisha kanauka nahita shuduya nanaha. Niita ita ukayashia na shituya nava. Vana kolania na shuyana. Konashina ukalashiana. Okoanara. Mostata. Tuyana shitaya koi. Marashina kanauka nahayana shona. Turina shia toya. Porona ikana shata oya. Tana ikaya shoya. Tuyana shutiarana oyana shi. Shoyana kakayana. Tarana oyana shitaita ukuitiana. Oyana shiato. Toro no shono. Toro no shono koyodolo. Tirishinina ayana o. Tiana shitaka uayana shia. Tayana shatakaya toa. Teana shi. Torana shatayanaka. Porona itai kukuyana shana oyana. Toyana shikikiyanata. Torono oyana shiataya tokokoyana shala poroshono koko. Poroshono koko ishi tistata. Toyana shista kakaya sho. Koyana shia tataya shata ukokoyana shataya tataya tata. Koronoyana shatayata. Koyana shieta. Oi shitia. Kokoyana shatayete. Here we go. During the session, I also have beautiful swan feathers that I picked from the Bois de Boulogne, from my swan friends at the lake. These feathers I'll also put on your body. The feathers are pure energy and will absorb any negativity or give you a sense of lightness. So I also use the feathers. I have some other feather things to clean off with. So I have a bunch of tools that I will use according to what I feel is right. And then at the end of the session, this is basically the end of the session, I will take out my sound bowl, my crystal bowl, and I will end the session. I will end the session with some crystal sound vibration. The crystal bowl actually amplifies. So everything that we had gone through the session will actually be amplified even more. So this is the end of the session. These treatments are extremely powerful. People have had reactions on the spot afterwards, or sometimes they were not even conscious of what actually happened. Sometimes the energy will seep in over the next following weeks. This actual session that I proposed once to twice a year, not more. Of course, you can come and see me for other vocal sessions, but this actual complete treatment of 2.5 hours, I don't recommend doing on a regular basis, because whatever we work on actually needs to start shifting and taking its place within your body and within your universe. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed my description of my treatment, and you certainly received some healing just watching this video. The light is really shining on me. If you have any other questions, please get in touch. This sort of treatment can be done in person. I mean, I recommend it being done in person, but I can also do it remotely in 2 sessions, where we'll do the first part, the verbal part, in one remote conference call, and then the second session, which is just the energetic treatment, in a second conference call. So it'll be like an hour and then an hour and a half. And if it's done remotely, you just need to be in a quiet space for an hour and a half so that you can integrate all the energies that come into you. So there you go. It's almost half an hour that I've been explaining my technique. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that you might be curious to actually take a session with me, which you might need. So hey, I'm of service for when you need me. Please get in touch. And what else should I say? I don't know. I'll make other videos perhaps, but here's the first time. This is my first shot. Hope you enjoyed it. All my best to all of you. Take care.